Yeah. Okay. Well.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's live stream. So I see tonight we've got Sam in the chat, we've got James in the chat, and we've got Kim in the chat, and anyone else that is watching. Hello. I've got two crazy people with me.
Yeah.
We keep it interesting. We keep it interesting.
It's never a dull moment with these two. Oh my word. So for the first time in Matt went bye-bye. Okay.
Bye, Matt.
Hi, Christine. So for the first time in a while, Disney dumped a lot of news. They actually gave us something to talk about on a live stream.
Oh yeah, they did. They did. My nose tickles now.
You're Oh my word. What I don't know what to do with
Don't
you.
judge me, y'all. Don't judge me, y'all.
Sam, honestly, I don't know what it's the mod chat in real life. That's basically what you walked into, Sam.
No, this is the PG version of the mod chat.
It was the mask when I threw it up. My screen's a touch screen. My screen's a touch screen, so it X'd out of the window. Like it was a perfect storm. So
That's your excuse, Matt?
No, that's not an excuse. It's what happened.
Okay, that's his story, and he's sticking to it, babe.
Yep. Don't believe me? So what? Don't give a.
Kim, I love these. These are the Mexico ears from Epcot. So.
Yeah, I got them for her and had to ship them to her.
Yeah.
But they didn't come out until after her visit.
Yeah. After I leave,
Yeah.
They.
Only a couple more months until that's not even an issue anymore.
That's true. Assuming they're selling annual passes, though.
I'm honestly, I'm looking forward to the day where they announce annual passes are coming back. That's my number one thing that I'm looking forward to. So this week, Disney announced that they are discontinuing the Magical Express services, which is now becoming Tragical Express, because apparently there's a train that is supposed to go from the airport to the Disney parks.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
That is supposedly supposed to be in operation sometime next year. I don't. Yeah, or whatever.
I highly doubt that'll be it's gonna be active by January 1st, 2022. The way when you build rail lines, because they are building this is an extension of the line from Miami to the airport, I believe. Is that correct, Aaron? From what I understand.
I honestly don't know. As far as I know, this train, the entire train system, my understanding, was still in the planning. This is what we want to do stage. I don't know if they've actually built any of it yet. They could have.
Yeah,
I could have missed it, but
yeah. I mean, my understanding is that they're currently building the phase 1, which is Miami to Orlando, and this phase 2 would be Orlando to Tampa with a stop at Disney World. If the article I read was correct, but you never know. But with those planning stages, you have to go through a lot of studies and approval processes. So it's, in my opinion, it's probably years away. from that
Yeah.
happening. This is purely a budget cut.
Yeah.
Purely.
See, here's the thing. I think I mentioned it on Kelly's live stream on Wednesday, and I'll mention it here. Y'all know, if you've watched me long enough, you know I am pretty much one of the few native Floridians in the Disney YouTube community. I
Yeah.
was born here. I grew up here. I have lived here. I have seen high-speed rail be proposed throughout my life, and every single time, without fail, it always falls through. So this is just one of those things that I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. 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 See, to me, something like that makes sense in larger cities like Chicago and New York, just because we were built on railways. So we can handle something like that. Hello, Diane. How are you? So I feel like I totally get it that the Magical Express is expensive to keep around, and Mears is the company that runs the Disney transportation buses from to and from the airport. And they were surprised that Disney was cutting the contract. So
I mean, it's a popular service,
yeah,
and it's one way for Disney to keep the guests on property so that they don't rent a car from the airport or hire other transportation. I mean, I think that's the main reason why that you have the Magical Express is because
yeah,
of rental cars, so that people are like, oh, you don't spend a day, oh, because we took Magical Express,
yeah,
or you don't travel elsewhere in Florida. It's a way to keep people on property. But
exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's leaked, because you know what's Tron sponsor? It's Enterprise, right?
Yeah,
Enterprise Rent a Car. So they're now sponsoring probably the main attraction at Magic Kingdom, or it's going to be the hottest attraction at the Magic Kingdom in a couple years.
Wait. Does Tron have a sponsor?
I believe it's Enterprise Rent a Car.
I'm checking this.
Yeah. So
I'm double checking this.
it wouldn't surprise me if they had a little bit of a nudge saying, hey, end this because it's hurting our business. Like the Magical Express hurts Enterprise's business.
yeah.
But then again, they're a vacation place and they don't want people to go off property. So like I can see both ways. But like first and foremost, Disney's just trying to cut money left and right, like cut like expenditures left and right.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. And as someone who travels to Disney from out of state, I love the Magical Express because it's free with your resort stay. You don't have to pay an additional fee in order to use it. And that's the one nice thing. Now, it may take a little bit longer to get to your resort because Magical Express does drop off at certain resorts. It may be 1 or 2 stops before you get to your resort, but it's free. And that's the one thing I liked is that hello Jedi Izzy, hello Cynthia, and there are a few others that just joined. Hello.
Oh no, Matt. So here's what I found. Okay, I'll let Roxy finish the thought first.
So I really like the free option. Because in years past, before Magical Express was a thing, my family had to rent a car, which can add up to the cost of your Disney vacation. So, hello, Katrina. How are you? So I, as someone, and obviously I know I'm no longer going to be living up in the Midwest anymore. but as someone who has used it, I'm kind of sad, especially for those who, years down the road, who their first time, they will never get to experience it. So I honestly hope later on down the road they bring it back at some point.
I hope so too. Like I believe like the way that Mears put it was that they suspended service and Disney said they outright canceled it.
Yeah.
That was which I think Mears wants to be on good terms with Disney, so they're hopeful, but as long as a certain BOB is CEO.
Matt, this is a safe space to mention him, and we can trash him all we want to.
I'm no longer a cast member, so
Yeah.
None of us are
Well,
cast members.
I know,
so
but it's
his
funny if
name
I just
is-
say BOB because it
his
sounds
name
like
is Budget Cut Bob.
yeah.
I
Well, because it sounds like SOB.
jeez, Matt. I kind of want to see Josh D'Amaro take his place.
I think totally that he's being groomed for that. I like they like to hire internally.
Yeah.
So,
But-
guess who was actually at the parks this week at Disney World? It wasn't Bob Chapek.
It was Josh D'Amaro.
It was Josh D'Amaro.
He's always in
Because-
the. I feel like he's always on Disney property.
I have long said, this has been something that I've said many times between me and Andy. He is the most Walt-like executive Disney has had since Walt himself.
Yeah.
No argument there. Like I have nothing to add. I totally agree.
And as for Enterprises, what I found, when they put the test vehicles inside Tomorrowland at the end of 2019, beginning of 2020,
Yeah.
the sign behind them said Tron Light Cycle Power Run presented by Enterprise. However, they did not put out an announcement that saying that the ride was going to be sponsored by Enterprise, or if that display was just sponsored by Enterprise.
Yeah.
They didn't say which it was.
So
Yeah. I mean, like the way that it's put in, though, it certainly looks like it's sponsored by them, but you never know.
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla starts sponsoring a Disney ride. It actually, fun fact: the company name of Tesla was thought of in Disneyland.
Oh, really?
Like yes, the owners were actually in Disneyland when they were trying to think of a name for the vehicle.
Elon Musk was in Disneyland?
Why does that surprise you? Rich people go to Disneyland too.
You've seen his kid's name. Let's be honest with it. Like the whole. So I didn't know like Disneyland was he would be into like that's a weird okay. Like he gives off weird vibes to me. That's all I'm saying. He gives off weird vibes.
You give off weird vibes.
Yes, I'm with Kim. I'm actually with Kim. Kim just said, "Can Tesla please sponsor the Tomorrowland Speedway?" Yes.
Speaking of which,
The two of you need to behave.
Ding ding.
Oh my
round
word.
400.
Round 400.
So
Oh, come on. This is us. You're
Oh,
This is just the way we are, babe. You know this by now.
yeah. So did you guys hear about the rumor about Hall of Presidents?
what about
No.
Hall of Presidents?
That they may be putting the Muppets in the Hall of Presidents. They may be adding the Muppets to the Hall of Presidents.
That's interesting.
That actually seems like a good idea.
I
I mean, because I mean, on one hand, you've got the fact that this attraction was supposed to be a reverent look back at America's leaders, but on the other hand, it's the Muppets. They can make anything fun and interesting.
I'm
You
if
can't
I'm
really
going,
go wrong either way.
if I'm going to be honest, I typically use the Hall of Presidents to escape the heat and to take a nap.
I
I
actually
get
enjoyed
sick.
the attraction. I'm just saying, I actually enjoy the attraction.
I have never been in the Hall of Presidents. I'll be honest, never.
Shame on you.
Matt, if you want a spot to take a nap, Hall of Presidents.
See, I've done the American Adventure a couple times, and one of the times I've done it, I nearly fell asleep actually in the American Adventure, and I felt guilty because they give you this guilt trip, like where this is a reverent show, and it's about patriotism, and let's stand up and applaud the veterans. We just come from the Tokyo Dining, and
Yeah.
I mistakenly ordered sake, and I didn't realize it was meant for many people instead of one person. So here I am, was like, it was day one. I'm just like, oh crap. I guess I have to finish this all. Like, I'm not giving this back. So midway through, I'm falling asleep, and my brother's like elbowing me, like, wake up. They need to make those chairs like less comfy or something. But it's I feel like the American event that show is like one of the things where you go in to cool off because you're halfway around the World Showcase.
But see, that's just the thing. Most people use the patriotic shows, Hall of Presidents, and American Adventure to go in and take a nap. Which, I'm not faulting people for doing that, but I actually enjoy the two shows.
I enjoyed the Golden Dream segment. That's probably my favorite part about it.
Yeah.
But then you got like what Thomas Jefferson and Mark Twain doing the handshake like this. Like that always part made me laugh. We always make fun of it when because they can't actually shake hands, so it's like this, and they're even a little bit out of sync. It doesn't look right.
Yeah. Hello, Birdwell.
I'd like to see you program them then.
It's good. Yeah, you do not want.
I take that back. I don't want Matt programming anything. Disney After Dark territory there. Never mind.
Hey, there will be lines halfway around the World Showcase, all the way to the other side for what I would do to that attraction. I would Sam Eagle the heck out of that attraction.
Salute to all nations, but mostly America.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that announcement, and then the announcement that People Mover has been extended for refurbishment.
We were this close. This close.
I know. Oh, and the walls for Ratatouille came down.
Yes, they did. I've seen it. They're down.
So that leads me to think sometime soon-ish, the red may open. Hopefully soon.
I'm gonna wager a guess, the last time the walls came down around an area like this was when they took the walls down around Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
And those walls came down probably a week or two before they started doing cast member testing, cast member previews. And that ended up being about 3 or 4 weeks before pass holder preview, and then about a month before actual opening.
So I'm hoping by the time I actually move down, Ratatouille.
But here's the thing, would they do all those? Like, they're not going to do those previews, I don't think, because of what's going on right now.
I could still see them doing the cast member previews.
I could still see them doing that part, at least maybe before the park opens. Because
Yeah.
are cast members still blacked out?
I don't think they've been blacked out of Epcot ever.
No, it's Hollywood Studios that they're always blacked out.
Okay.
And I
I
could
guess-
definitely I could see them absolutely still doing annual, or not annual pass holder, but cast member previews, just like they always have, because the purpose of that is one, to get feedback from the cast of what they think of the attraction, if there any adjustments need to be made. But at the same time, it's to give the cast that's going to be working the attraction the ability to get some reps on the ride, so when the actual guests come, everything runs smoothly.
Totally.
Yeah, I honestly think they'll still go with having cast members writing it, testing it out before they open it up to the general public.
Yeah, they need that extra practice, because if things go wrong on day one, you bet there's going to be somebody on Twitter going, Ratatouille doesn't have a good opening day. Like, and
Yeah.
that's what Disney really wants right now, really, right?
Yeah. And we all know how crazy Twitter can be.
Oh, totally.
Twitter crazy? No.
So
Hashtag canceled.
So the walls for Ratatouille came down. They do have security. You can look at it and go near it from a distance, but you can actually walk into the area because it's highly being watched by security at this point.
Yeah. So, is the Creperie also gonna open at the same time?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because that entire area is going to open.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the rumor. I just didn't know if that had changed or not.
It'll be interesting when you think about it, though, because
Yeah.
Generally these areas are staffed by people from these countries.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just an interesting thought to me that the first people to work these locations won't be, cultural representatives. It'll be,
Yeah.
regular Epcot employees.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a while before those cast members come back. I don't see them coming even back this year, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh.
I know some international cast members did stay behind and actually hold residency down in Florida.
So when you find, those few cast members that are actually from the host country,
Mm-hmm.
they're still in the standard, costumes as if they are a cultural representative, because they are.
Yeah.
But when you're dealing with like an American base, an American who is working in that, they have on the white pants and the multi-flag shirt.
Yeah.
But if you find an actual cultural representative that still happens to be working there, they're in the regular cultural representative uniform.
And I think the first countries that will see them return because of proximity will be Canada and Mexico.
Yeah.
And Mexico is actually the last place I saw an actual cultural representative, by the way. It was working Grand Fiesta on Tuesday, I think it was, that I was there. And she was in the dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some representatives from some of the countries, because some of them did decide to permanently move down over to Florida. So if you do see someone that says that they're from the country that they are like Mexico, most likely that cast member made the choice to permanently move and become a resident. So
I also liked how they put the wait time, the standby wait time for Ratatouille is on that entrance, like the subway style entrance.
Yeah.
Or the metro style sub entrance that they have to the little small area. So you don't have to walk all the way back there just to check the time and be like, wait, we don't have enough time.
Yeah.
Or that's way too long. Let's see if we can get a fast pass so it just doesn't clutter back there.
Yeah.
Because that area could clog really easily.
Yeah. So I was gonna say something. Oh, this week Disneyland just announced that when they do eventually reopen, they won't be their annual pass system won't be returning. They're going to end it and then they're going to revamp it. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are freaking out saying that the Disneyland annual pass is going to be gone forever. No, it's not going to be gone forever. They're just ending the current system that they have now, and they are going to be replacing it with something that they've been wanting to do for a very long time. They're just going to revamp it, and that was something else that got announced this week.
And and the thing that I've seen come out of that is, a lot of people panicking. Oh, does this mean Disney World's going to end their pass holder program? No,
No.
I doubt it. I
They're
seriously
always
doubt
two
it.
separate.
Yeah.
The way that they operate, it's two totally separate things. So I don't if Disney World wanted to end their annual pass holder program, they would have done it when they reopened back in July.
Yeah, and we know when they do bring back sales for the Disney World pass holder program, there may be some modifications. We don't know. They haven't announced anything, but
like my two main inklings on why. Well, first of all, there was a rumor that was posted online about how Disney was going to get rid of most of their annual passes anyway, and it was just going to be their version of the premium with no blackouts and then just high price, and then it would just be premium and flex. And their flex pass is you have to make a reservation if you want to use your annual pass, and they have X amount of spots available for that day. It was a cheaper option, and so I wouldn't be surprised if something like that is their new membership or annual pass style. But like the whole thing, even like when the pandemic started, it was just Disneyland. I forget what video I was watching. Maybe it was like Provost Park Pass or something, where they said that Disneyland's pass holders are in the millions, like 7 figures. And just trying to accommodate with like 7-8 million people or however many it is, all those annual pass holders and same day tickets. Like if they just do the pass holders, they're not going to be making any money.
Yeah.
And so it was something that they probably had to do from a financial situation, unfortunately.
Yeah, because I can see why Disneyland is doing it the way they're doing it, just because they've been closed almost a year now. And I hate to say this, but their governor just is being very dumb and not letting them reopen, considering Disneyland brings in revenue for Southern California.
The thing is, I think that one of the main differences is that the theme park industry in California is not the main industry. You have Hollywood, you've got tech companies, you've got other industries that can help California stay afloat. So it's more of a local thing out there, where it's like a Six Flags, for instance, around here. It's not like the biggest thing. Like, whereas Florida, their main industry is tourism. Like Walt Disney World was the largest single site employer in the state. If you're not getting tourists coming in, it's going to be big trouble for that state. So I think
what a lot of people don't realize is that before Disney, Orlando was nothing. It was nothing.
I mean, it doesn't have any beaches, right? So I mean, if you're going to go to Florida, like why go to a place that has no beaches?
Yeah.
I can't say.
Yeah, you can say, they can hear you. My dad's wanting to chime in and.
What does the father-in-law want to say?
Right.
Go ahead. Say.
Before Disney, Orlando was nothing.
He would know. He's old enough to remember.
Yeah, so Jedi Izzy just said that they would never end the pass holder program. in Florida. Which
I mean,
I
did y'all see the tweet that Universal Hollywood put out the day that Disneyland ended their pass holder program?
No,
what
but
it,
I would guess that it has to be something,
It essentially paraphrased. It said, "Hey, pass holders, we love you." Also known as shots fired at Disney.
And give y'all more
oh,
work.
totally,
yeah,
totally. It does not look good because, like, again, California, Disneyland, it's we think of Disney as just like attracts people from around the world, which it does in Disneyland.
yeah,
But the way that they stay in business is local people and local pass holders. So for them not to even have this revamped pass holder program up and running on day one would surprise me. It would shock me. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be high priced. It's gonna be a lot more expensive than it used to be. And just the perks are not gonna be the same.
yeah. Cynthia just said that she's ready for more restaurants to open up, which yes.
Here, here.
I honestly, I think the one that I'm most excited to see reopen is Casey's.
We need our Casey's hot dogs.
And then I guess Disney also just released the concept art, the preview concept art of the Star Wars hotel.
They took pictures from inside of it. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Like
That's what I
was inside of it.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah. Now they only canceled Disneyland passes. Yeah.
Disneyland Resort passes. Let me be clear.
Yes, yes.
Disneyland Resort.
And the interesting thing is that their
Yeah.
Premier Passport, which is good on both coasts, those people that have that Premier, they have to manually activate the Disney World one if they want to keep the Disney World one.
Yeah. So we actually. I mean, I may be one of the few that know him personally, but we all know of him. Josh Resort TV1 has a Premier Passport. So he's going to have to go in and manually renew the Disney World portion of his passport to keep that.
Yeah.
And like again, I don't see that going away because it's a very narrowed focus pass.
Yeah.
That they can still make money off of with that. So like that option's, in my opinion, is still going to be there.
Yeah. And I can see why Disneyland is kind of holding off on their pass system because they're not open. They don't see a point of continuing having it at the moment. So
there is no point. There is no point because they don't know when they're going to reopen.
No, they
yeah.
don't. They've already had 2 false starts.
And just the criteria for them to open, the bar is too high. I think right now, with what's going on in Southern California, just how dire the situation is, I get why they would take a pause at this moment in time. Like right at this exact moment, there is not the situation from all the things that I've heard. I won't go into detail because this is not that type of place to discuss that thing. But I think if the situation does get better, and it will eventually, there comes a point when they're going to have to open it up. It may not be when the governor is happy about it, but they can't just wait until everybody's vaccinated. Okay, it's all over. It's just not feasible.
Mm-mm.
All right.
I mean, I know we've already established. I know we've already established that Disneyland and Disney World have 2 different types of economies they're in, with us being very tourism based and just being generalized. But
Yeah.
Just think about it, though. What if Disney World wasn't open right now? What kind of dire straits would Central Florida be in right now?
They, I can't even imagine like that. I think the whole entire state would probably be brought to his knees because if Central Florida is not open,
Yeah.
that trickles down. Like people make their
Yeah.
main spot of vacation Orlando, and then they spend a little bit of time on the coast or vice
Yeah.
versa. Like
Yeah.
Orlando was part of their plan. So it's like, well, we can't go to Orlando. Let's just wait until it opens up. So like
Yeah.
the
So
ripples.
this is why when people say, "Is Disney World going to close again?" No, because it would collapse the economy of the state, and that's not what. I hate to bring a political party in this, but that's not what a Republican governor is going to do.
No,
They're not going to
Yeah.
put the economy of their state in jeopardy.
And I know of quite a few Disneyland YouTubers who are actually booking trips to Disney World because they need their Disney fix and their park is closed and they can't really go in. I mean they can walk into DCA and shop around and eat at the restaurants, but they can't go on any rides.
They can't even eat at the restaurants anymore. They have to get it to go because they're under stricter lockdown
Yeah.
now.
which side note, some
Yeah.
of the areas in our state, they're now allowing indoor dining. Not anywhere near us, but I think one of the regions, I forget which one it is, they're now starting to allow indoor dining again in our state. I'm sorry, I'm getting excited about that because if it's one region, it's going to trickle. Hopefully, it'll trickle elsewhere. All right, I'll shut up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we can eat inside. Yes. Tell me this a year ago, I'd be like, why are you so excited? You're just eating inside a restaurant. We're eating inside of a restaurant.
I did that last week.
Oh my word. I can remember the last time I actually stepped foot inside of a restaurant. Oh my word.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
that technically?
yeah.
Wouldn't that technically your last time inside a restaurant be when you were down here in November?
I meant up here in Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been inside a restaurant here in Illinois too. I think February.
I think
last year.
let's see, what was the last restaurant I actually ate in? I think that was Red Robin.
Yum.
I think that was Red Robin about three weeks ago.
Yum.
Red Robin. Yum.
Yeah.
Yum.
And then, they also announced that they're going to be opening up more of the Disney World resorts later on this year.
I think Polynesians around summertime, isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Midsummer.
With Sanaa, or not Sanaa, Moana. I'm thinking. See, I'm thinking the last restaurant I was at. Sanaa was the last restaurant I ate in.
Matt, you're mixing resorts. Sanaa's over at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
I know.
We're over at the Polynesian Resort.
If you could just send me some Sanaa food, that would be great. Like I really need some more of the bread service.
He wants the bread. He wants the
I
bread.
want the bread. Honestly, if I just had the bread from there, it's just like, what are you? I'll just have some bread. All right. What would you like as your entree? No. We're just here for the bread. Just the bread.
See, just for that, I'm going to take. Just for that, I'm going to take the stream to Raglan Road in April just to tease Matt.
Okay.
See, what Matt does with the bread service over at Sanaa, that's me with breadsticks at Olive Garden.
I had Olive Garden
the
yesterday.
entire basket.
I had Olive Garden yesterday, the day before. Thursday. So, yeah. They always give you way too many.
Oh my word.
But it's, yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
So.
But yeah. Moana. Not Sanaa.
Moana. Not Sanaa. Sanaa's a restaurant. Moana's a Disney princess.
Oh, we love you, Matt.
And you're going to make us order from the Irish restaurant here.
I forgot my favorite rabbit. Let's all go down to the Irish pub, y'all.
Yeah, with
Listen,
the 50th anniversary
Fox,
coming
speaking
up.
of Irish stuff, we might have to take them to our Irish establishment. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. So
Oh, no.
with the 50th anniversary coming up in October, I think it's smart of them opening up more resorts because it's the 50th. It's going to be a madhouse, and they need more resorts than what they have now.
Can we have Riverside back along with Yeehaw Bob?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, until they bring back entertainment.
Honestly,
Yeehaw Bob.
they can put them in the French Quarter. Didn't they reopen the that lounge there in the French Quarter too?
I don't remember.
Cat Club.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yes, we need Yeehaw Bob back.
Yeah, but that was one of the things I was looking forward to back in March when I was supposed to go. It's like we were actually staying at French Quarter. We're gonna stay at French Quarter, and seeing him on Tanya's stream, like, okay, this looks fun. So hopefully he'll be playing one of the.
It's really fun. I've seen him 3 times now. He's fun, really fun.
If not, hopefully.
Jedi Izzy, I agree. I hope they do bring back fireworks for the 50th. Although the Epcot, it looks like Epcot might be getting fireworks sometime soon because the
You got 2 barges now. I'm going to go on record here. This is my prediction. Epcot will be the first to get a nighttime spectacular back.
It's gonna be either Epcot or Hollywood Studios. It's not Animal Kingdom. There's not going to be a nighttime spectacular anytime soon. I think Magic Kingdom will be the last of the 3.
I think Epcot will get it first because Epcot can do their nighttime spectacular computerized and very easily socially distanced. Whereas, if you go over to Hollywood Studios, one of the big nighttime spectacular there is fantastic, and that involves bringing back workers, which means more money Disney has to spend.
And again, reading online too. It's just the entertainment division. Why don't they bring up any shows? It's because they don't have the cast, and there's not very many crew left, from what I understand. The crew that was operating, they've all moved on to other things. So, yeah, but yeah, no, I definitely agree. If Epcot's the first one, it's because there's so much space. But then again, you also have all those little kitchens too.
Yeah.
That lines.
So I'm going to kind of backtrack a little. Cynthia just said she wants to see Hoop-Dee-Doo, which I haven't seen that show.
I haven't either. I've never seen it.
Never, me either. I think part of it is just because it is at Fort Wilderness.
Yeah.
I didn't know it existed until, I don't even say like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely more space over at Epcot for fireworks to come back. There's
it is our dream.
A little bit more. There's a little bit more space in the hub ever since they expanded the hub. The hub for sure. Hello, this is our dream. The hub is definitely a lot more bigger than when I was a cast member. Because when I was a cast member, it was more congested and condensed, and everyone's just like, now there's more space for them to like spread out. Because they've expanded the hub, which is an awesome thing that they did.
although coming from personal experience in 2019, watching Happily Ever After, it was pretty much like watching Wishes in 2011. It was the same. Like, it's just more people flock to the hub now, like because you have the extra room.
Yeah.
So I mean, I didn't really notice any difference between my 2011 trip and 2019 trip watching the fireworks because it was to me it felt the same crowd level.
Take it from someone who's seen Happily Ever After pretty regularly since the beginning of 2018. They really packed those people in for Happily Ever After on a normal night.
Yeah,
They
they
are
do.
still packing.
They
They are
do.
still packing people in there after the fireworks have officially started. They still pack people in there for about 2 or 3 minutes after the start.
I think-
Because it'll be going. You'll hear the opening notes, and they'll be doing the opening narration, and all of a sudden, off to your right, you'll hear fireworks this way. Come
Yeah.
move this way. I'm just like, people, the fireworks have started. Shut up.
well, and part of the problem is the difference between Wishes and Happily. Again, it's the projections. There's only one place you can watch the projections, and that's
Yeah.
around. Like they're not projecting anything onto like Splash Mountain or like you can't like where are they going to put projections for
Yeah.
down Main Street, which again you're just watching it on the castle anyway. But I can't really think of any other place where they could have that level of projections. Where I know this is going to be my first mention of it, Disneyland.
Show off.
There we go. They do projection when they do fireworks projections. They do it in Frontierland New Orleans Square where they do Fantasmic. They put projections on It's a Small World, and they do the castle on Main Street. So you have much more places to spread out and watch the fireworks and the projections and the entire show at the same time.
Yeah. So Kim just made a good point. She said the productions were done purposely so that you have to watch them from Main Street, whereas Wishes, you can basically watch them just about anywhere in the park because you didn't have to focus on the castle at the same time.
Honestly, it's a good way to draw people to Main Street and say, okay, fireworks,
Yeah.
there's the door. Here's the shops, there's the door.
Oh my gosh, that rush of people when the fireworks end, everyone heading up Main Street, and me, I'm trying to swim
Yeah.
upstream and get back into the park and ride more rides.
Yeah. So
That's why when they did this a few times leading up to closure,
yeah.
that they would cut the hours so severely that the park was actually closing with fireworks. And then you not only just have a big mash, you have everybody in the park. Like 20,000
Yeah.
people all heading for the exit at the exact same time. Made a nightmare for getting out of that park.
See, for me,
I think that's just.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that's just Disney's way of sweeping everyone out faster.
Oh, totally.
Or trying to sweep everyone out faster, but
Totally. Yeah, and you have the bus. Like for me, when I do fireworks at Disney, we or at Magic Kingdom, I should say, we never do the fireworks on the same day as our dedicated Magic Kingdom day or our Magic Kingdom Fast Pass day or Epcot Fast Pass day or whatever. Like we always make it a separate day. Like our first day is usually Animal Kingdom, and then at the night we go to the Magic Kingdom to see the fireworks. And maybe if we have time, we'll do a ride or so. But we never do fireworks on the same day as if we're spending the Magic Kingdom Fast Passes.
Yeah.
What Fast Pass? What's that? I've never heard of that.
I don't know.
It's this long lost myth of Disney ethos.
There's gonna be a
I'm
lot of
looking
that
forward-
coming up in the next year or so, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to when Fast Passes come back. Or at least a revamped version of Fast Passes.
Oh, it's going to be heavily revamped. I think it's going to be paid.
I don't think so.
I think it's going to be paid. Oh, and then James just said there's also projections on the Matterhorn at Disneyland.
Yeah, I don't think they'll switch to a paid Fast Pass system. I mean, I know that's been the rumor for a few years now, but I don't think so.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to get in an argument and disagree. And think this situation plus with who's at the top of the entire company, I think it's going to be. I think some people are going to fight it internally, but I think it's going to go through. I think that's the reason why Disney.
I don't, and the reason I don't think so is because the other resort, the dark shadowy places Roxana likes to call it, they have a paid system. Did you know how much it is for 1 day of Express Pass at Universal? It's like $90 for 1 day, and you have to pay that per day.
I mean, it's the same thing at
it's what makes Disney stand out, that you don't have to pay. It's why Disney World beats all the other parks in the world, because they take care of their guests so well like that. They're not going to want to ruin that, because then they're going to fall behind.
Okay.
And then they're losing money.
You could have said that about Magical Express as well. I think that's
and I do say that about Magical Express, but that's why I don't like Bob Chapek, because he doesn't think about the long term. That's the point I'm making, though. Bob Chapek does not think about the long term.
I don't think he'll definitely not have a Bob Iger length of reign or a Michael Eisner length of reign. I think it'll be a very short term reign as CEO. And I think they're going to try to promote somebody that they think they could really boost the theme park division, because I think the theme park division is going to get hurt as long as he is CEO.
Yeah, because he, like I said, he does not think about the long term. He thinks about the immediate savings and gains that are now, not how this will affect the company over the long term. And if they go to a paid system, it may make them some money initially, but no.
So Desert Dream just said that I hope they never bring back the Fast Pass, and if they do, they think that it will be for a price.
Now, see, I think they do Fast Pass on way too many rides. Personally, rides like the Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean, you do not need to have Fast Pass for those rides, because it just exacerbates the wait time, especially the Haunted Mansion, in my opinion. Or even like It's a Small World. You don't need a Fast Pass for It's a Small World. Like, those rides are meant in normal circumstances to eat people up. So why would you put a Fast Pass on something like that?
Katrina said, yes, Aaron, I was just about to text something along those lines. And so the main reason why I haven't gone to Six Flags, it's not the main reason why. One of the reasons why I haven't gone to Six Flags is because their Fast Pass system you have to pay for, and it's ridiculous.
Although I'm gonna tell you.
Hello, Mike and stuff.
Hello. Yeah, honestly, if you're a local like me and Roxy for our Six Flags, all you really have to do is go when it's like 50 degrees out, or there's a threat of rain. Because if there's a threat of rain or it's cold, you're gonna get nobody. And then you could just ride whatever ride you want. It's not even it's a joke.
But see, that's the thing with Disney World and just Disney in general. I mean, I hate that they have Max Pass paid at Disneyland. I mean, you get a nice perk. $15 a day, and you get your photos for that day too.
Mm-hmm.
But the only perk there is that you get to book digitally. You can still get the Fast Pass system for free. You just have to do paper. That goes back to what sets Disney apart. You can have at least some part of the Fast Pass for completely free.
Yeah.
On either side.
Jonathan just said a Fast Pass flying carpets is a family taking. Oh, hold on. Let me read. It's not taking one for Big Thunder.
But at the same time, some people get the Flying Carpets Fast Pass because Big Thunder, Splash Mountain, Space Mountain have all been taken up. It's the popular ones have all been taken up. So now you're filling in with something that you might not want. So, but to kind of add to what Aaron was saying about MaxPass, which I'll admit on my 2 trips, I've used it both times. And it's like the other perk about that is that you do not have to be in Disneyland to make a Disneyland Fast Pass. You could be in California Adventure to make a Fast Pass with MaxPass. So you don't even have to be in the park that you're getting the Fast Pass in order to book it. So we could have used Radiator Springs Racers Fast Pass and right immediately let's go like, oh, let's get one for Haunted Mansion. All right, book it there, and then kind of go through California Adventure a little bit more, and then when our time is ready for Haunted Mansion, move back. So that's the other perk. It was the photos. Honestly,
Yeah.
For anything else, for the photos, if you get all the ride photos and just use their PhotoPass system, you're making your money right there. Like you've got your money back right there, and it's just an added. For like people think it's more for you get the Fast Pass on your phone. I don't see it that way as a visitor. As a local, it might be like why get this? But as a visitor, you want all the photos you want. $15 for all the photos for that day. Like for me, it was a no-brainer.
But the
Okay.
point I'm trying to make is
So
that.
to
Go ahead, babe.
So Katrina, to answer your question, yes, SeaWorld does have a Fast Pass system that you have to pay for.
Yeah, Quick Queue
Okay.
is what it's called.
But yeah, Aaron, what were you saying?
But that's my point. As a visitor, you still get a choice, though. Do you want to pay the extra $15 and get to make them on your phone and be able to book across park lines? Or do you want to stick with the free version? There's still a free version. And that's what sets Disney apart. You have that free option and you still have access to Fast Pass. You don't have to pay $90 just to get access to the Fast Pass system.
Katrina made a good point. So when Disney had the paper pass system, you stood in line for hours waiting to use the paper Fast Pass. And with that one, you can only get one per hour, and they would stop when I forgot when they would stop when they would turn the machines off.
They would just do it in order, I would not say numerical order, but so they would start with 8 o'clock or whenever the park opened or whatever that first window, and then they would just move it along for the rest of the day. So you ran out of Fast Passes when they ran out of windows. So that's the other thing about the paper Fast Pass system is you do have to wait for that window. So if you get a Fast Pass and it's for let's just say 8 to 9 o'clock window, you can't use it till 8 to 9 o'clock in the evening. But you can still make Fast Passes before then as long as it's after 2 hours. But Fast Pass for the other ride that you might want might not be there. But I get what you're saying with the whole Fast Pass Plus. If someone cancels a Fast Pass reservation, then it becomes available, and the times don't go necessarily expire, and they don't just say we're done when all the Fast Passes run out. It's constantly updating.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing that I was going to say real quick is that's what I love about Fast Pass Plus, and it's why I prefer Fast Pass Plus, is because it's a constantly updating system. If someone cancels, someone else can grab it. And that's why I think Fast Pass Plus is superior. Could it use some adjustments? Yeah, but I still think overall it's the superior system. Okay, go ahead. I'm done.
Yeah. So, Mike, to respond to your comment, 1, I'm jealous that you are in my favorite park. 2, that is not that cold.
It is 34 degrees outside right now, which although for mid-January, that's pretty warm. Pull out the shorts and the Hawaiian shirt. It's 34 degrees.
And the sad part is there are people that walk around in Chicago with just a jacket and shorts.
Can it stay this kind of warm for my visit, please? I don't want negative temperatures when I'm there next month.
It's you know what we
No
normally
guarantee. No
it's
guarantee.
no guarantee,
Sorry.
but like it's usually like mid-January into early February where we get the coldest weather, and it's been pretty warm this year. Not even like last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not complaining about 34 degrees when it's 8 o'clock at night.
I like Jonathan's comment. Put Jonathan's comment on screen. This is the last one about
The
50 in Florida.
the Fast Pass?
No,
No.
50 in Florida.
Oh, 50 in Florida. 50 in
50 degrees
I like this.
is 50 degrees.
It is not. It is how the
50
humidity
degrees
makes the
up
temperature
here.
fail.
$50 is $50. 50 degrees is 50 degrees. It is the same thing. It is not the temperature, it is the blood. It is the person that is different. Blood is thicker up here than it is down in Florida.
That's a myth. But the truth
50
is
degrees.
humidity is
Actually,
how the
no.
humidity hits you.
50 degrees up here is like spring. Hi,
No,
Steffi.
I
I miss
will.
you.
Hello. I'll admit, if it's 50 degrees in like February, I will pull out shorts. Maybe a light jacket, but I will pull out shorts.
That's like
Body
weather
jeans, like-
up here.
Mhm.
People
Although
are
it's-
barbecuing in 50 degrees.
Oh, trust me, there are people barbecuing out right now outside my door. Like, weather does not stop certain people around here from barbecuing. Let's be honest.
Oh
No.
no.
As
People
long
are
as
like,
they can-
so what's the temperature? Oh,
Did I get a haircut? No, not yet. I'll be getting one towards the end of the month.
Oh. Speaking of other haircut,
yeah.
Oh, babe, we have a troublemaker in the chat. Cargo's here.
Cargo. I miss my cargo.
tardy to the party.
I miss my cargo. Yeah. As long as so
Well, thank you, Steph. I appreciate that.
yeah. People will check the weather as long as the weather is nice enough to bust up the grill and grill some food. People will be grilling all year up here.
Oh yeah. It's not as many people that would be
Yeah.
grilling winter in like Florida or California or whatever, but you'll still have people grill.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's people. It could be people are like, oh, it's just 20 degrees. Who wants some hot dogs? Who wants some burgers?
Yep. Fire up the grill. Hey, some people have like one of those snow brushes. Dust off the grill and get it going.
Hold on. 1 second.
Uh-oh. What's he doing? What is he doing? Don't tell Roxy, it's a secret. But I'm working on something Earl. She will never know. Oops.
Oh,
My bad. Hi, Francisco.
Hi,
Cargo.
hi, Francisco.
Love ya.
Hold on, let me grab. Oh, I almost fell. Let me grab. Oh my word. Oh my word.
I love
That
you.
was.
Well, thank you, Cargo.
I literally almost fell.
Hey, fall over. Aaron's gone, you're gone. I'll take this.
Aw,
I'll
thanks,
take this stream
Cargo.
over.
All this talk about cold air is just making me cold.
Cold. Snowflakes. Even making you feel colder.
Babe.
I
You
got
love
you.
me. You love me.
Now here's where those who get gushy and I just sit here awkwardly.
Just deal with it, Matt.
Oh, just wait. It's gonna be like 10 degrees when you come up here.
Oh, trust me. If not, I will take some ice. I will crush it up, and I will just sprinkle it on top of your head to simulate snow.
And then because you're
Beautiful.
sitting right, you're right there, I can actually slap you.
No, you're on my turf. You're on our turf. Like,
Oh, okay, fine. I'll let Roxy slap you. She'll slap you just as easy as I will.
She could probably just drive over and slap me. Oh no, Roxy's dying.
Yes, Cargo. I am wearing the Mexico ears. Thanks to this person right here. I love him.
Love you too.
Oh my word.
Speaking of which, we have been on
Yeah.
the air now an hour and 7 minutes.
Time flies.
We
when
have
you're
been
having
on
fun.
the air. Oh my word. So I have, let's do our little roundabout. I'm going to start. On my channel, I'm going to be working on a DIY no-sew blanket, which is going to be nice and fun. And it's super easy to follow along. And then I'm also going to be doing a pair of DIY ears, which I'm not going to say
A
because
DIY
there
blanket.
is someone
500
that's
easy steps.
watching. You know what? Okay, thank you. So I'm not gonna say what kind of ears because someone in the chat is watching, and I kind of want to be a surprise for them. So yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
So I'm going to be working on those two things for my channel. So keep an eye out for that. And then obviously Saturdays we're here. Babe, you want to go next?
I'm still up in the air, but I am thinking I am doing a stream tomorrow.
Okay.
Not certain on that though, so stay tuned to my social media. At the very least, next time we'll be live is Tuesday. As for where we'll be Tuesday, I'm thinking we'll probably be at Epcot again because that's generally where I go on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And then next Friday, where did we book my pass for Friday? Oh, Hollywood Studios. We're going to Hollywood Studios on Friday.
Hollywood. We're going to Hollywood.
Hooray for Hollywood.
Maybe we'll get on Rise of the Resistance, y'all.
Cross my fingers.
You need to wake up early for that one.
Yeah. 7
I'm gonna go to
a.m.
sleep now.
7
a.m.
You can pretend to be sleeping.
7 a.m. on Friday.
Okay, we don't need Rebecca Black in here.
7 a.m. Good morning.
7 a.m. That's how the song starts. And you are going to wake up at 7 o'clock on Friday to.
I was thinking the song that Rapunzel sings. What are you talking about?
So
wanna
Matt's
sing-
new nickname is Rebecca Black.
my word. Matt Brett. Matt, are you still doing your live streams on your channel?
Yes, I am. I took a little bit of a break, but I'm returning to my Sunday night, 8 o'clock Central live stream. So I'm excited. So join me. We'll continue the craziness.
It's an off the monorail fun.
Yes. Yes. I do have some more thoughts about the beach club and all the other resorts, and just the beach club is my avatar for that one. What?
Jonathan, you're amazing.
Roxanne,
Great. I have to now read that.
Look at the regular mod chat.
The regular mod chat.
Cargo, I have a box of fabric coming your way that I'm going to be sending out Wednesday. So you can jump for joy now.
Oh.
Nice work, Jonathan.
Oh my word. It's never a dull moment in the mod chat.
Never a dull moment. Oh, thank you, Steph. I appreciate that.
Oh, thanks, Steph. Babe, Cargo wants to see the Muppets.
Oh wait, what? The Muppets?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
See the
at
Muppets on your
Hollywood.
stream.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Yes. Muppets.
Yeah, we can do that.
And
I hadn't
you
shown it
need
in a
to
while.
do Figment. You need to do Figment on at Epcot.
I do. I got to make up for last Tuesday.
You also need to do
Okay.
like a Donald check. Is Donald back at Grand Fiesta? I haven't heard.
I think he's still a plant the last time I saw him
I think they even took away the plant.
on that
No,
ride.
I was there as of this past Tuesday. The plant's not even there anymore, so it's just a disembodied voice of Donald.
We got to
So
see
he's just not. He's like, okay.
Save Donald.
Is he?
Like they can even put
Is
this
he?
there.
Did he like spray invisible spray or something?
I blame
He
Jose.
he went over to the dark shadowy place and stole the invisibility cloak from Mr. Potter.
Imagination. See, Cargo, now you got me singing.
As I've said before, I blame Ernesto de la Cruz.
Okay.
Have you seen a duck? Ay ay ay! Wrong duck. Goodbye.
The chef won.
Hashtag bring back Donald Duck.
We want Donald. We want Donald. Let's just make posters and just walk around the Mexico Pavilion going, we want we want Donald.
We're gonna get kicked out for that. The next one to go down is Panchito.
Yeah.
Because Jose was the first one to go down, then Donald. Panchito's next.
Hey, Jose has gone down a few times at that ride, let's be honest.
Yeah. And he was like literally down, like he was just like
Yep. Maybe one margarita too many.
he was hitting that margarita bar really hard.
Uh-huh. You know, once you had one Neil Patrick Harris margarita, you've got to have a few.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I can see that. Oh gosh.
Never a dull moment in
Okay,
the part of my world live stream.
Oh, Cargo.
we'll see everyone next Saturday for another live stream. Bye,
Bye, everyone.
everyone.